This is rippling. This is rippling. Nostromo. Destroyed. With a little luck. The network will pick me up. This is rippling. Signing off. Signing off. network will pick me up. This is rippling. Signing off. Signing off. This is rippling. This is rippling. Nostromo. Destroyed. With a little luck. The network will pick me up. This is rippling. Signing off. Signing off. This is Ripley. This is Ripley. Nostromo. Destroyed. With a little luck. The network will pick me up. This is Ripley. Signing off. Signing off.
Hello, everybody, my beautiful viewers. How's it going, guys? Gonna scooch this way. How's it going, my peoples, my peeps, my colleagues, my friends? How's it going? We all chillin'? All straight vibin'? Cool Curler 12 to answer your question, sir. Because the Q&A is live for those of you who are watching who might have any questions for me as a creator. Cool Curler, sorry. I have a combination of colors as favorite colors. It's going to be black and like a neon green. It's part of the inspiration behind Vex, who is my original character that this channel is based around, which is something I actually need to talk about with you guys in terms of the future of this channel. So it's going to be something that we're going to be working on together as a team, you guys and I, because the thing about the Venom Xenomorph identity, other than the fact that, you know, it's not my idea, right? Like, Venom Xenomorph, Vex is my idea, but the Venom symbiote, the Xenomorph from Alien, those are not my ideas as much as Vex is the culmination of those ideas, which is original, and it's mine, and it's not going to cause any trouble or problems. That being said, I feel like his identity on YouTube has gained a bit of a stigma, is the right way to put it, in the sense of, like, the majority of my content that I make personally, such as like funny moments videos or news videos on other franchises and stuff like that, don't really get that much attention from Vex versus specifically Dead by Daylight or Five Nights at Freddy's content, which is okay. You know, I'm not mad at all about the populace behind the Dead by Daylight content or Five Nights at Freddy's, but the restriction of the channel's livelihood being reliant upon those two is concerning for myself. It's something that it feels restrictive in my own right, and it's none of your guys' fault at all. Trust me, this is not me going into you guys. This is literally just me venting. And because of that, I'm looking into the potential of rebranding the channel with a different OC, more original, and it gives more room for me to post kind of whatever I'd like instead of posting stuff that I wouldn't really, you know, have news for all the time is the problem. I want to post frequently. I want to be a regular content creator, and with news upon Dead by Daylight and Five Nights at Freddy's, unless you're really that into Dead by Daylight, like some of my friends Schmuckles and Pixel Bush and stuff like that, I'm not that into Dead by Daylight. Like, I love Dead by Daylight with all my heart. It got my channel where it needs to be, but it definitely isn't like the game I want my entire channel to be around. I want to expand my channel into other franchises, and I feel like rebranding is the best move for that, personally. So Vex is going to be, um, kind of put on the shelf, is the right way to put it. He'll still be around as a character. He'll appear once or little cameo pieces, homages to my upbringing on this channel. But of course, the all good things must come to a bit of a close, and Vex will, thank you very much. Vex will have to relax a little bit. It's just the best way I could possibly word it. I would love to go further into detail on exactly how I'm feeling, but it's kind of hard to put the words together in a way that doesn't, offend you guys or offend any other members of my community. Because again, it's not you guys; it's just how I feel, and I love you guys. Everyone, all 11,500 of you have brought me to this upper plane of channels that actually gets the attention and I feel present on a media platform, and it feels fantastic. So please, any of you, don't take it personally, or don't take it as a thing for yourself. More channels was something that I did think about too. I thought of leaving the Venom Xenomorph channel alone and creating a new channel for the new OC, but it doesn't pan out for the workload, because it's not exactly risky, but it is frustrating, because the requirements for a channel to be monetized, requirements for a channel to gain ads and to be able to, to get back to where I'm currently at with a new channel is a grind. It is a huge culmination of time and dedication that I do not have available to me right now. The Venom Xenomorph channel, the reason it exploded, the reason it's so big, is because when I started posting and when it gained that traction with Finance Phrase and Dead by Daylight, that was during quarantine. I had all the time in the world to grow this channel, and now that we're back in a normal world, I don't have the time to lay down the groundwork and start again with a new channel. I would have to rebrand the one that I currently have. But trust me when I say this, guys, what you would be looking at in terms of the rebrand is really incredible. Something I didn't think I would be able to do personally, and it culminated to me maybe a couple months ago, and it felt amazing, and it felt right. It felt like something that this channel can back behind, something that can still have horror vibes, but also fantastical and mythical, like a bunch of different extra vibes that weren't available with Vex. Vex is the two kind of a combination of two horrific elements, right? The symbiote is terrifying, the xenomorph is terrifying. Them together is mortifying. But the new character that we'll be basing around, that the channel will be based around, is equally as terrifying, but simultaneously funny and tragic and romantic. And there are these elements behind this new character that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. So it's something that I've wanted to work on for a very long time, and I never knew how to properly word it. I never knew how to properly bring it up to you guys, and I really appreciate the support on a decision like this. And I can't wait to get back into content creating after the rebrand. There's going to be a new intro and outro, of course. There's going to be I'm working on saving up for an animated sequence that will be like a trailer, and commissioning somebody to that for the backstory of this original character. If if we get enough support in the stream, whether that's through the Streamlabs donating, whether that's through likes and comments on the video or anything like that, if we get enough support, I'm more than happy to share some early development footage of the character, such as like images and poses of the character that will be overtaking Vex as the mascot for this channel. And of course, the channel name would change too with the introduction of the new character. Instead of Venom Xenomorph, it would be Talox Jorisk, which sounds like a little bit of a mouthful, but once you read it and you realize it's pretty much exactly how it's spelt exactly how you would say it. It definitely is a character you guys are going to fall in love with just as much as I fell in love with him from the moment that I thought of it. And I'm really excited to share that future with you guys. And I love all of you. I love all 11,500 of you. Your support has brought me to new heights, and I really I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you so much for your ongoing support, and I hope that it continues to be ongoing through all the changes I plan on introducing. Cool Curler with another question in the Q&A. Did I see the FNAF movie teaser? I did record mine and my friend's reaction to the FNAF movie teaser. I haven't uploaded it yet, but oop, that's a thing. All right, hang on. There we go. All right, let me just fix that in the stream a little bit. There we go, guys. And then let me just mute it for a minute so that way I can figure out my own thing. I need to get out of there. Do that. Alright. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Oh, you guys can hear it better. And can you guys hear me okay over the stream at the moment? But, let's see. But to answer your question quickly and rapidly, as I know we're getting into the gist of what this is going to be like, let me just move around some things. There we go. All right, hang on one moment. Thank you very much. Okay, so anyway, to answer your question, yes, I did see the FNAF movie teaser. I have a recording set up for it, and I will definitely, cover that when it's time. You know what I mean? Like, I do want to hold off slightly on the amount of Dead by Daylight and Five Nights at Freddy's stuff that I do, just in case. But obviously, the FNAF movie is a big deal, and if I don't post on it soon, I'm going to be missing a huge, huge wave of content. So I do need to post that either today or tomorrow, and I think it's going to be tomorrow morning. So you can expect to see my reaction to that. And I think it's going to be one of the last few Venom Xenomorph videos I do before the rebrand. Just in case there's another big gap between this stream and the reaction and then the next post. Just in case that does happen, you guys know it's not unwarranted. It will be, I'll be posting again soon, just not as Vex. It'll be as Talox. So. But how are you guys doing today? Tell me about your days a little bit. I want to know my fans. I want to know how everybody's doing. Got some toast too. Good way to start the day is some beautiful toast. Toast and Dr. Pepper. That's the gamer life right there. Pain? Azriel? Why pain? What's going on? How can we help? Pain's not allowed in this channel. We gotta make sure that you feel better by the end of the stream. Ah! Lego Star Wars Saga. That game was a pretty good one. It was definitely worth the wait for a lot of people. I haven't played a Lego game in a while, though. Last Lego game I played, I think, was Jurassic World. And I had fun with it. I guess I'm just not into parody games, is the right way to put it. I'm not into, because the Lego games, they're supposed to be reenactments of the films, but also in a goofier, funnier way to be unique and be a video game. And Jurassic World was a little too different from the films for me, just because I'm that kind of a nitpicky guy. I like the movies. Oh, hey, that's great. That's really good. I'm very, yeah. I'm gonna hang out with some of my, I've been hanging out with one of my closest buddies for a while, but, I gotta reconnect with some of my other friends. I see. Yeah, no, I totally get that. My buddy Andy, who, as you all might know, depending on how long you guys have been fans for, is Bruce Campbell's son. Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead films. Andy lives in LA. So, we talk to each other all the time. I join his streams and we talk and we have fun. And we haven't played Magic in a while. We need to play Magic again pretty quick here. But it's always hard hanging out in person, too, because it's such a long distance for me. And him, if he's trying to come out here, which, we haven't scheduled anything like that since we met each other. But if we ever wanted to, it's just hard to schedule around. And so I totally get it. It's good to hear, though. It's good to hear that that's how your day's going. But let's see. Now, I think it goes kind of without saying that when I mentioned Talox and his design and how he's got these horror elements, but he's also fantastical. That should kind of hint at some of the other stuff that I'm going to be making in the future. I've requested a key for a free code to the Gollum game when that comes out. And I'm very excited to start doing content on that game. I literally auditioned for that game, not as a character, but like auditioned for a code, doing a legitimate Gollum impersonation, and filming the entire thing, then putting subtitles on it so that way they understood what the hell I was saying. And then sending that to the lady who had been offering the keys. So it was really funny. It just oh. What? Oh my god. Wait. What? What? How the hell?
It's Maury time.
Let's fix this.
Oh man, that is so beautiful. I really like that. And then hit him with the hit him with the shades.
Holy crap! That was a good Bubba play.
Why didn't you hit her? She was right there. Why didn't you hit her?
Oh man, that's terrifying. I'm so sorry about that, or about his girlfriend. That's a very sad predicament to be in. I hope he's okay. I hope both of them are okay.
Are you all done? Thank you.
Ich werde etwas falsch einschätzen wahrscheinlich.
Nein, nein, nein. Wir dürfen nicht nervös werden. Das haben wir jetzt nicht schief gehen. Das ist perfectly plain. Spielen wie Könige. Noch nicht greedy werden, noch nicht greedy werden. Immer noch nicht. Immer noch nicht. Immer noch nicht.
Escape through hatch, my life depends on it.
that was
Wait, you got a
great.
tier 3 stop? Alright, then your life is not worth that much then. Okay, I'm going. Just like that, chat. That's great.
Ooh, I just wanted her.
See, okay, what's it called? That's one of the skins from the dating sim, and originally I hated the concept of the dating sim completely. I was like, this is kind of a ridiculous thing to have, and for a horror franchise, it's kind of dumb. I know that a lot of people make like fan-made dating sims for a lot of horror icons anyway, but the Dead by Daylight, I didn't expect them to do one themselves, and the skin, honestly, for the killer. The skin, honestly, for the killer isn't the best looking skin in the world, but the design of her in what's it called? Hooked on You looks pretty good, actually. And same with Spirit. When they weren't joking. I also want to admit, Wesker is the embodiment of boss fight music. His chase music out of all of the killer's chase music is the scariest fucking music I've ever heard chase you, because it actually sounds like he's coming at you like a Dark Souls boss, and it is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying to go against. Would you guys, here, let me go ahead and add a poll. Alright, guys. Do you want to see the character that I will be rebranding with early? That's my question to you guys. That's a pretty plague. That's a really pretty plague. I like the detail. Some of these cosplayers have an insane amount of time on their hands. Nice. Yeah. Good cosplay. Nice Ada Wong cosplay. I want to see more shots of the cosplay because, I need to see it fully. Because that's pretty good, but also like, good Wesker cosplay. Nice Meg. That was, are you asking when was the cosplay that I was talking to, or, like, talking about? Or when am I going to cosplay Dredge? Because I'm not going to cosplay Dredge. That's too much work. That is way too much work. Alright, I will end the poll at 10 minutes. So I'll show you guys the picture at 10 minutes left on the stream. For it to start, not ending, I promise. I agree, I do think it's cute that the... Yeah, the Maurice one is very possible to cosplay, but like the normal Dredge, that's a challenge because of the way it's designed. It's just a really... And that one Dredge skin that looks like something out of freaking Annabelle. Just, that's terrifying. Oh, jump scares. Alright, I'm down for this.
Crawled out of the well. It's so... Can we not do that?
There was a person dying over there. Jesus! Oh my god!
You don't normally see killers jump scared these days.
You want heals?
Oh no. Dredge is the scariest son of a bitch. Oh shit! I hate Dredge. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was so scary. And he was so bald. He was so bald and so close to my face. It really scared me. I'm like, what am I looking at?
Whoa!
Tá maluca? Que susto desgraçada! Meu amigo!
That's a pro nurse right there. Holy crap. That was actually scary. That was really good.
Esse foi o pior susto que eu já levei nesse jogo, mano.
Man, he's still going.
Girl, why would you leave the generator?
Oh, oh! I love the jump scares. It's really good. It's really funny. I love it a lot.
Ich hab mich doch erschrocken. Alter, ich guck grad nicht. Ich hab doch irgendwas gehört. Oh.
Alright, we got a minute and 10 seconds on the poll, guys. Let me know what you think. So far, we're heavily leaning towards yes. So I'll be able to show you guys that pretty quick here. Yeah, no, Dredge is the scariest killer, I think, out of Dead by Daylight at the moment. Like, because you kind of get used to some of the other killers and how they act. You know, Nurse is not really that scary unless you really play her to be scary. And like that clip, for example, that was like a pro nurse just coming out of nowhere with that blink, you know. There was no anticipation. That was a really good jump scare. Hag is almost like a joke to jump scares now because that's all she does, and it kind of sucks. Wesker is pretty close because when he comes charging at you, that bastard like comes at you and it's scary. But then Dredge is number one, I think, for sure, because he could just show up and you have no idea whether or not he's there or not. And when everything goes dark and the only thing you can see is him and your friends, oh, the new killer, what's it called? End Transmission looks terrifying. So I think we might finally have a killer that brings fear back into the game a little bit, because the game is kind of losing its flair of terror, just because, you know. But boom. So we got 7 votes. 71% of you say yes. So we're gonna watch this clip. And we're going to go ahead with Talox's reveal. Oh!
Do it again.
Smart.
Do it again. Do it again.
She took a double take, too. What?
She knows now. She looked back.
Yeah.
She's like, wait a minute. That looked like a Dwight.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, shit. Yep, Wesker. Oh, stay right there. That's the perfect corner. Ooh! Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh. Wesker is still the scare. Nice! Nice! Smooth. Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, actually, he went for orange.
Off the record didn't save me. No.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
What? What? I think what's it called? The new killer is definitely gonna have robot feet. Like, I've seen the full design of him. They had unleashed like a full picture of the new killer, and he's got like anthropomorphic robot legs. So he's gonna sound like a robot coming at you in the dark. So I'm sure that will absolutely terrify you. But no, I just love the design of him. I think it's very much it's a very good hybrid of like The Thing with something else. Like I'm getting mostly The Thing vibes off it, and I like it. But let me work on bringing up Talox for you guys and showing you what he looks like. So let me. Alright guys, you ready? I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to move this over. Boom! That will be the new OC. His name is Talox Jorisk. I will type it in the chat. Oh wait. Gotta do some unique stuff to be able to type it in the chat here. Hang on. that's the name. And I hope you like him. I hope he looks good to you guys. That's the hope. I really like how he came out. I think his design's incredible. I hired an artist to be able to get his... I had my partner, Avrion, work very hard on a original base art. And then I had a friend of mine commissioned to kind of elevate that. And so the main credit obviously goes to my partner, but this particular artwork is by my friend. And it's really good, right? Yeah. So this will be the new face of the channel. So Talox Doris will be in place of Venom Xenomorph, and hopefully it'll usher in a new form of content and new fans. So if you like it, I'm glad you do, you know? So let's get this back up. There we go. Make sure it looks good on my screen. It does. Oh, is this LexiCat? Oh, LexiCat! I just followed her on Twitter. I really am excited. I'm hoping to work with her in the future. She's really, really nice. She's real sweet. Oh, Wesker! Bruh!
Oh yeah, they're not able to get that heal. Wait, what? Right? I thought I heard something. Was anything just crazy?
Uh-oh. What did I say? You know, Dredge is terrifying. Thank you, Psychoblob. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And WNS Dev, welcome. You know, I'm very excited to see a lot of you guys back. You know, very good to be back to you guys. If you have any particular unique questions for me, obviously there's a Q&A chat open. So if you guys want to ask any particular questions that you want to know in the future, go ahead and ask. We do have 3.5 minutes before the start of the anniversary stream. But yeah, no, Talox looks to be an exciting future for this channel, and I'm glad everybody thinks it looks great. You know, all mostly positive responses, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy. So thank you all so much for the support on that. And I'm very excited for when the rebrand begins, because he's going to get a little bit more effort than Vex did. Vex was, like I said, when this channel blew up with Vex, it was during COVID. So I was very inexperienced, and it just happened to blow up. And versus this is something that I'm like heavily looking into on, like, how am I going to do this properly? How is it going to look good? How can I make this better than Vex was? And simply by giving it more promotional marketing, you know, do an animated intro, animated outro, get a trailer for the character's background going so people can relate to the character. And then when I use him as a mascot for my channel, people are excited to see him instead of myself. Because sometimes you'll see me on camera like this, you know, streaming, and then sometimes you'll see him. And I want it to feel like when you see him, you feel happy to see him. Not like, I wish I could see Venom's real face, that kind of stuff. I want you guys to feel like when Talox is on screen, you're happy to see him instead of me. And so that's kind of the big goal. Oh, look at that! Well, I'm going to take a picture of that with my phone. I will absolutely store that away. DBD7, huh? Everybody who's watching gets some free blood points. You know what I'm saying? Who doesn't love blood points? Now, here's what I will say too. I'll add something here. The devs have... That is cute. That is adorable, but that also concerns me because that looks like something out of a different game, which means we might either get a Minecraft collaboration or something weird. I really don't know what that's going to mean. But, I don't want to make a... that was definitely something that I thought about, but I don't want to make it a VTuber. I think I'm just going to do what I did with Vex, which is create a plethora of emotion changes and like alternate emotions to the characters. So like angry, sad, talking, not talking, that kind of stuff. And going off of that, I would feel more comfortable. Obviously, I could hire someone to make him a VTuber, and it would probably work out great. But I don't know. VTubing is a little. It's not my avenue, personally. It could be. I mean, Vex kind of was. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll set it up for streaming. But as a YouTuber, I do like to edit my videos and edit him in. And so I might need to do some weird recording setup stuff to be able to make that work. And we're live, guys. This is the teaser that we saw earlier this week. Very excited. Looks great. Very excited about the comic, by the way. I do want to get my hands on like the Legion origin story comic. Any last minute questions I can answer before we get into the thick of it? No? Alright. I'm going to end the Q&A now. Be ready for what's next. We're ready. Where's good old Matt? Show me Mr. Cote. Very excited. There he is.
Hello, good people of the fog. Welcome once again to Dead by Daylight's anniversary. 7 years later. So having been here from the start, it's kind of special, and I'm extremely proud to be here once more to celebrate this momentous occasion with all of you. We have quite a lot of really thrilling things to, show you for the next year and beyond. We're going to talk about quite a lot of them today. To tell you all about it, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Eric here. But before, I also have quite a big surprise that I'm not gonna spill just yet, but stick around, and we have something that you don't expect.
Always such a tease. Thank you, Matt, for the intro. Hey, my name's Eric Pope. I'm the community director here at Behavior. I've been here a little over a year now, and in that time, I've been really blown away by the passion of the DBD player community. It's really something special.
They're awesome.
They are, and we take it really seriously. We don't take it for granted. And kind of along those lines, for me being here representing how we speak to our community, I just wanted you to know that we've actually taken the past year to expand our reach. We also have expanded where we are connecting with our players. Because the players at the center of everything that we're doing, we want to be in more places to hear your feedback on all of the things that we're doing. So we're now in the Xbox official clubs, we're now on PlayStation News, we're talking on Steam forums, we're even getting more involved back on the Reddit with the moderators there. There'll be more AMAs coming up from the team, and even live streams like you're seeing right now.
I'll turn it up, guys. Don't worry.
So look forward to all of that.
I got you guys covered.
Now I think I couldn't forget the most important platform of them all. No joking aside. All joking aside. Actually, today we are launching our TikTok channel as well.
Oh my God.
There's actually a really thriving DBD community on TikTok, and we want to be there talking to you, creating fun content with you. So we're really happy to be there now. But I think we should move on with the show itself. Did you know, Matt, that over the 7 years, there's been over 1.8 billion trials?
What?
Yes, billion with a B. And to that note, DBD is not slowing down at all.
We wouldn't know how.
No, we wouldn't, and we couldn't. So let's talk through what you're going to see today. We're going to kick things off with the Year 8 roadmap. That's going to show you everything that's coming across the year to DBD. Following that, we're going to take you through the reveal of our next chapter, which is some incredible original stuff.
We already saw it.
After that, we've got gameplay updates. After that, we've got quality of life updates. And then a new segment has come to the show. This is actually something that's really cool. We're going to take you beyond the core game of DBD to show you how we're expanding other places and in other ways that you might not.
I really hope that the big reveal for this damn stream is not the new chapter, because there's no point. It leaked already.
About those. And we're going to round it out with news about the in-game 7th anniversary event, which is better than ever, actually. It's going to be a really exciting one this year. And of course, as Matt mentioned, you do want to stick around for whatever he's hiding because I actually know what it is, and it's incredible.
Can't tell them.
No, I can't tell you as much as I would like to. So thank you so much for joining us. Sit back, relax. We've got a great show, and now I think we should get on to it.
Enjoy.
Hello everyone and welcome to the roadmap segment of this 7th year anniversary stream for Dead by Daylight. I'm Stéphane Beauchamp, head of production.
And I'm Justin Brown, product director. We're really glad to be here celebrating another amazing year of Dead by Daylight with you.
Today in this segment, we'll have a look at our upcoming pillars for year 8, as well as our chapters plans and the archives and tomes updates that we have planned for the year. Before going any further, I do want to take a brief moment to give a big shout out to the amazing team that's been working on the game for the past years. They put amazing effort and dedication into that and really allow us to get the game to the state it is today. It's just absolutely amazing and a pleasure to work with the entire team.
Agreed.
Over the past year, we've put out two
I get it.
particularly interesting chapters.
I do get it,
amongst
but
others. But first, for
I don't want to.
allowed us to tap into.
Oh. I broke it.
To a new theme
there we go.
We've never really had a chance to before. Medieval, which is something we hadn't explored. So our first foray into that and how that ties into the horror themes and all, that was very interesting to navigate. And the second one, for the first time, we have released a first ever sequel to a licensed chapter in Resident Evil Project W. Such a great and cool addition to the game, I think, bringing in a lot of characters people love, and they have been really fun to play with ourselves.
Absolutely. Wesker was so well done, one of my favorite killers to play, personally. And it was right around the time that he released that we also did the Prestige update, making it easier than ever for you to sort of unlock all of your perks throughout all of your characters. We also, shortly after the Prestige update, reduced the blood point total or cost in the blood web for all items. We followed that up with bots, survivor bots specifically, in custom matches, which was super useful. Practice your killer in a custom match. It's awesome. We did two important quality of life updates to the archives, one being the ability to select quest per role, and then the second, just that in-game toast notification so you can track progress in a match, which is ever so helpful. And then last but not least, last year we said we were going to make our events bigger and better, and we feel like we really delivered that with last year's Halloween. Probably the biggest, best event we've done in Dead by Daylight to date.
Absolutely. Sure.
Now, switching gears, we're going to give you guys a first peek at the upcoming content you can expect us to release throughout this next year. First and foremost, of course, there are going to be, again, 4 new chapters that include killers. But in a strange twist, what you will notice on the graphic today is that there are also 2 survivor-only chapters being released in this next year.
A lot to unpack, changing the pace a little bit, but it's not straying too far away from what we've been used to over the past. As is tradition, we will be actually taking a peek at
Agreed. The Halloween event for Dead by Daylight was not that great. I missed the Blight skins.
Pretty exciting, both in terms of the characters and the team we're exploring with it. The next 2 killers that will follow after that are going to be licensed.
Oh.
I would say licensed with a big L if I can. Really iconic additions to the game. Extremely excited to be able to talk a little bit more about that. Unfortunately, a little too early today to be able to do that. We've started to play with them a little bit internally and seeing how the characters are going to shape up, and it's pretty exciting to actually have those additions to the game.
Well, that's good.
So more to come later this year. In addition to that, moving away from the chapters, we will also have 4 new tomes added to the game throughout the year, as we usually have over the past years.
So the next 2 killer chapters are licensed. One is Paragraph Killer. High odds that could be Springtrap. Just saying. Timing-wise, it makes sense.
Of course, and though the pillars might look the same, the projects we work on under each pillar changes from year to year. The first pillar is something we've already talked about, events evolution, we're calling this pillar. We do plan on taking our 4 sort of pillar events and making them even bigger, even better than they have been in the past, including last year's Halloween, which we plan on sort of one-upping again this year.
I hope you do.
But in addition to those 4 pillar events, we're also going to look at adding a few more smaller events spread throughout the year.
And for those of you who have been with us for a long time, you might already know what the smell of barbecue is in the game. I know you love barbecue.
Love barbecue.
We all do. For those of you who don't, well, You'll get to see it very shortly, but really the goal is to give you more to play with at all times in the game and something to work towards too. Second pillar is trust and security, which is more important to us than ever in Dead by Daylight. This pillar both reflects the systems that we're putting in place to make the game more secure, but also the way we're communicating with our players. The first one, the former
Cool Curler, the reason I mentioned Springtrap for the paragraph chapter is the fact that it won't be coming with a survivor. So that's why he's very likely, is because they don't have to pick a survivor at all. They could just add him solo, and it's a good idea.
Weaknesses that we knew or did not know about within the game, so very, very excited to launch this. This is going to be coming up in the near future, so you can stay tuned for more info about that.
Yes, I'm super excited for when we're able to share a little bit more information with everybody about that initiative. Next up, we're also going to be looking at revamping our sort of streaming strategy. We want to make sure that we're able to communicate with you, our players, more often, offer a higher level of transparency, discuss sort of updates in the progress on a lot of the features and initiatives we're going to be announcing and talking about throughout this stream today. We plan on doing that by doing live streams more consistently to celebrate, new chapter releases,
good
large key beats, and generally just being in contact with you, our community, consistently throughout the year. One of those topics is very likely to be our next pillar, which is live balance, a topic that's, very dear to us. It's something I spend a lot of time thinking
I'm going to mute this real quick just because of the live balance. I want to be able to hear very clearly. They really need to increase their communication to the community, because I do get kind of tired watching these streams once a year. Like, they need to do these every chapter. So I'm glad they're talking about that.
Community's heart, this also is a pretty hot topic in general, I would say. Last but not least, quality of life is a staple pillar on which we have continuously worked throughout the years, and this is all about the UI and feature improvements we make to the game as a more general type of thing. One improvement we did last year was the Survivor HUD, which facilitates exchange and communication between players, even if they're not talking with each other directly, to make sure you can always make a better decision as a survivor when you're playing the game, because you know what's happening a little bit more than you used to in the past.
Yep.
In addition to that, you've talked about the improvements we made to the progression and made it faster to level up. But we made it even faster by allowing you to just spend a ton of blood points almost instantaneously and just get it done and get it through with with upgrading your characters and leveling up much faster in the Blood Web.
It feels great.
It does. And finally, the map repeat prevention feature, which was released a few months ago, which, again, another addition. There's a lot of maps into the game. Some of you might have felt like even if you're playing for just an hour, you're often tapping like 2 or 3 times into the same map and such, and this is really preventing that from happening as much as possible, so a very cool addition. We're not going to go too much in detail today, or at least in this specific segment, to talk more about quality of life features, but we'll have 2 new faces, Raphael and Pamela, who are going to be coming up in a future panel and talk to you about some of the projects we have planned and even show you a few features that we have under works right now and that are going to be coming up in your hands fairly shortly.
Excellent. There's a lot we look forward to sharing with you in this stream today.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Again, for an amazing 7 years celebrating Dead by Daylight.
Survivors should be able to communicate within the game. They should make in-game chat.
Dave Richard to give you a first look at our next upcoming Dead by Daylight chapter. Enjoy.
And welcome to End Transmission, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm Dave Richard, Creative Director of Dead by Daylight. I'm super happy to be with you today to celebrate our 7th anniversary and to show you a first look at our latest chapter, End Transmission. Let's take a look at the trailer.
For those of you who haven't seen it, welcome.
It wasn't programmed to harm the crew. It was supposed to help us build a safer home, but something happened. It became self-aware. It has no empathy. It doesn't feel pain. It learns at an impossible rate, and it won't stop until we are dead. Or worse.
I'm very excited. It looks really good. For an original chapter, it sounds incredible.
As you just saw in the trailer, this original chapter brings us into a completely new genre of horror for Dead by Daylight. We are going to explore sci-fi horror. So this will bring us to a distant, unknown planet, and will feature characters from a possible future. Traditionally, I would be taking some time with you today to go over the characters and the map of the chapter, but this year we're doing things a little bit differently, with a behind-the-scene video. We want to show you the process of creating a chapter, but also show you new faces that you might not have seen before, of amazing people that are working hard to make these chapters possible. Let's take a look.
Oh, that's... Oh!
We've prepared a special original chapter.
Oh, it's gorgeous!
This is a big deal for the Dead by Daylight universe, because we're going to explore a new genre in horror. We're going sci-fi. I think
Yes.
any kind of subject and genre can be rewrapped and reimagined as horror, and sci-fi is definitely not an exception.
No, they said that they had pushed up the stream, but they're keeping the PTB till next week. So PTB's next week.
We wanted you to feel like you are far from home, that you are lost in space. The second one is that we wanted to make sure that the human technology looked weak, lo-fi.
Yes.
So that you never feel safe within these constructions that they
It's...
on the settlement.
That's the beauty of Alien.
We've added to the mix are traces of a long-lost alien civilization.
Comme vous pouvez imaginer, toute l'équipe a été très excitée de travailler sur un chapitre pareil, de science-fiction. Le gros challenge et en même temps l'intéressant défi qu'on a eu, ça a été d'amener toute cette consistance, cette relation entre les...
Oh my god, it looks so creepy. It looks so beautiful though, too. What a world.
Et la tension est accentuée par la présence
the way it walks.
d'une intelligence artificielle qui se nourrit de l'environnement et qui est intéressée par récupérer plusieurs ressources pour se construire un corps parfait pour devenir l'arme ultime.
No, but that was the beauty of Alien. The beauty of Alien was the introduction of a creature in the future, because sci-fi is future usually. But the creature itself was super advanced, super scary alien on a ship that still used cassette tapes and VHSs. Like the whole thing about Alien that made it terrifying was the human technology had not been advanced enough to handle a threat like the xenomorphs. So that is the beauty of sci-fi horror.
The designs of the plants and the vegetation in general. For the main building, the idea was to show there was a safe space for the characters. As you can see, it's on stilts. It's elevated compared to the map. The idea was to show that the map is very dangerous and this place should be safe for you.
Should.
But the interesting idea we had is that once you get into the structure, it's actually more dangerous. Or,
yep. Oh, God.
The Singularity is an AI that is supposed to help the human crew settle on this new planet. But while it was scouting, it got in touch with a piece of old alien technology and was enlightened. And now it wants to overthrow and kill all humans. So this killer is an interesting take on the cyborg. We're used to see organic character using pieces of machinery to become more powerful. But the Singularity is doing it in reverse. It is a simple piece of technology using a cloning technology to get organic material and flesh to become more powerful.
Yes.
Well, the inspiration
wow.
Was, we always wanted to do a sci-fi killer, so you're going to be able to go around the map and set up these biopods, spread your consciousness inside of these biopods, and then if you're able to catch a survivor inside of your reticle, you'll be able to infect them, appear next to them, and then you'll be able to attack them.
Wow.
One of the important things for
so it's a hybrid of it's got a new ability because of the camera ability, but it's also Pinhead. It can teleport like Pinhead.
You can spread that influence to other survivors. And it does
I didn't see the whole animation.
So survivors will be less likely to work together. and there'll be more discord between them.
Yes.
La présence humaine est visible dans la map. On voit une compagnie qui a essayé de coloniser, de trouver sa place dans ce monde, mais plusieurs signes dans l'environnement que les joueurs découvriront.
Oh, that is such a harrowing image.
Et le dernier survivant de cette expédition loupée, c'est Gabriel.
Our survivor, Gabriel Soma, is quite resourceful. He's able to troubleshoot some pesky issues on the survivor side, and he's able to adapt very quickly to be able to bring the killer away from the other survivors. He's able to protect the others.
So he's a leader.
We are in a setting that's so far from home. In the future, we wanted to make sure that Gabriel was a grounded character, that any of us could recognize ourselves in him.
I'm super excited for players to try this map. I think it's great that sci-fi is finally in DVD. I think it's gonna be fun for them to experience the creepiness, threatening vibe of this map, and I think.
Oh my God! That is a new hold animation. That is awesome. That actually is really cool.
D'environnement, de personnages, à cause de l'histoire que l'on raconte, et aussi par le travail qui a été effectué par toute notre équipe pour apporter l'expérience la plus immersive.
Oh, Mori. Oh!
I'm really excited for all of our players, survivors and killers alike, to be able to experience our first
Not in the eye.
sci-fi chapter and transmission.
As always, you'll be able to play with the content of this chapter.
Yeah, there's the disclaimer.
Right after this
So
podcast.
the podcast was meant to be released
Everyone
on the
else,
23rd,
chapter becomes available
but the
on
PTB is next week instead.
Before I leave, I want to take some time and thank all of you, veterans and newcomers alike, to play Dead by Daylight and to be part of this incredible
Ow.
journey with us.
I dislocated my shoulder a couple
Wish
days
you
ago, so it
happy
kind of
7th
hurts, but
anniversary. May the year be filled with fun and surprises. Next up, we have Natalie and Jeff to talk about some gameplay improvement coming this year.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie, Team Lead Community Manager for Dead by Daylight, and I'm joined here today with a very special guest.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeff and I'm a game designer on Dead by Daylight.
Thank you so much for joining me, Jeff. I can't wait to talk a little bit more about a topic that is always top of mind for our community, gameplay. So we have some quick updates for you today. Jeff, let us know what they are.
Well, as you know, the game design team has many features and updates planned for this year. However, we'll be focusing on 3 specific topics today. We're going to be talking about continued gameplay updates, map balance, and finally, plans to address face camping in Dead by Daylight.
I'm excited to dive into these quick updates, so without further ado, let's jump
okay,
right in.
that third one caught my ears.
Last year we launched one of the biggest perk updates in Dead by Daylight ever, and it significantly shifted the Dead by Daylight perk meta as a whole. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today. That's happened in the past. What we're going to be focusing on a little bit more is the process that we're looking to take consistently moving forward as a community and design team when it comes to these gameplay updates. So, Jeff, what more can you share with us on that?
Well, as you said, last year we launched our biggest perk update ever in Dead by Daylight, and it had a significant impact on the perk meta. We saw a lot of perks fall out of the meta and new perks rise to the top. And this was completely natural. Like, the players are the ones that drove this change after the changes went live. And it was super interesting to see, by the way. But moving forward, or for this year, we're not planning to have a major shakeup like we did last year. Instead, we revisited our live design process to allow us to make changes at a faster rate. Instead, we'll be focusing on smaller, more focused balance updates with each update this year.
That makes a lot of sense, and of course, it's one of the reasons why we listen so closely to player feedback as a whole. But it does sound like we're going to be able to integrate some of that feedback that we're bringing back to your team, and we're discussing when it comes to these kinds of updates a little bit faster than before. Am I right?
Absolutely, and I think the best example for that was the previous PTB that we had. We had a proposed list of changes that went onto the PTB. The community gave a lot of feedback, and your team reported that to us, and we made some small adjustments. Well, we made quite a few adjustments to it, and it went live, and I think that everyone was pretty happy with the result. So our intention with this change is really to give us the flexibility to analyze, adjust, and observe the outcome more frequently. That way, similar to what happened with the previous PTB, if a change doesn't go as we envisioned, we can readjust it before it goes live, and even after it goes live, right? Like, we're still listening for feedback, and we'll make further adjustments if needed.
Exactly. It's this ongoing process that never really ends. So I think that's something really important to highlight. But of course, we know that this doesn't only apply to things like perks and add-ons. We also are aware of some of the comments you folks are leaving about maps. So we are very, very happy to announce that moving forward, we plan on having map balancing as part of these regular gameplay updates as well. What more do you have to say on that, Jeff?
First, I mean, I can already hear the players rejoicing from really far away because this has been a hot topic for a very long time in Dead by Daylight. And I think you'll agree, and the players probably agree too, that most maps in Dead by Daylight are seen as either killer-sided or survivor-sided. And our goal with integrating into the live design process is really to make them feel more balanced, so creating a more even playing field for both sides.
Yes.
We started this process with the Raccoon City Police Department. Then we followed suit with the Area of Crows map, and finally, the most recent ones were Blood Lodge and Gas Heaven. And what's great about these changes is that they can be as small as moving a small location for totems or generators to reviewing pallet safety so we can make a pallet more safe or less safe, to bigger things like changing the map layout or changing building layouts.
Yeah, it's super exciting. I know our team's already coming through a lot of the feedback. Your team's already looking at how we can integrate some of that feedback. But looking toward the future a little bit more, what kind of maps are we going to be targeting next? I think I know what it might be.
We need a drum roll over here.
I know.
We really do. Because this one is a big one, and I'm sure that the longtime players will be ecstatic to hear.
What is it?
That the next two maps that
What
we're
map?
targeting are some of the most notorious
What
maps
maps?
in Dead by Daylight. I'm talking about 2 Coldwind Farm maps, Fractured Cowshed and Rancid Abattoir. But what's important to remember is that integrating this into the live design process means that we'll be listening to feedback and making further adjustments as we go.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also one of the reasons why
I've never heard of the other one.
crucial that you let us know what your feedback is.
I know the first one,
regularly through the
but
official channels in
I never heard of the other one.
Of course, I believe we're going to be having this update for Coldwind going live sometime before the end of the summer, so make sure to keep your eyes and your ears peeled for more information. You know I had to sneak in a corny pun. You know
you
it.
Had to.
All right, finally, in terms of our quick updates, we have one more feature that we wanted to discuss, and that
face
is
camping.
Something to do with face camping. So if you're new to Dead by Daylight, if you've never heard this term before, face camping is basically a term used to describe a killer that's standing directly in front of a hooked survivor. They're not moving, they're waiting for that hooked survivor to die on hook, and this is usually happening either for a large portion of the match, if not the entirety of the match. We know that face camping can be very, very unfun for the person on the hook, but of course also the other people in the match. So we're looking to test out a new feature that's going to help combat face camping as a whole. So Jeff, tell us how it works.
Well, the first thing I want to say is that as an altruistic survivor, it's really difficult for me to play against someone who's face camping because I just want to help and I can't. So I'm stuck, doing generators instead, which is fine, but I'd rather help my teammates.
Yeah.
But yes, so the way the system works is that the hooked survivor has a meter on their screen, and it fills up based on the killer's distance to the hooked survivor. So the closer the killer is, the faster it fills up. The further they are, the slower it fills up until it doesn't fill up at all because they're not within a certain radius. And once it's full, the hooked survivor can unhook themselves even in the second stage. And what's great about this is that they get the full benefits of being unhooked. So it's as though a teammate had unhooked them, or they unhook themselves with the perks such as Deliverance. So for those of you who don't know, that means they'll get the haste status effect and the endurance status effect at that stage.
Yes!
So awesome here.
Oh, ow! Yes!
Start by bringing probably one of the questions we're going to get, and that's, what happens if the killer is forced to stay by the hook? So there's like multiple survivors swarming the hook, they're forced to stay in that radius. Is there any situation in which this feature might slow down or turn off or be otherwise affected?
That's a
Good
great
point.
question.
That's
And
a really
yes,
good point.
There are some scenarios where it either slows down or turns off. So for the first one that you mentioned, where survivors are swarming the hook, as soon as there is one other survivor within that same radius, the meter will build up a lot more slowly.
Okay.
So the killer doesn't have to worry about survivors swarming the hook and being penalized for it. As for the second option that we talked about, which was turning it off, once the exit gates are powered, the feature is completely turned off. So you can defend your only objective, again, without having to worry about the survivor unhooking themselves.
That makes a lot of sense. Of course, we're going to be so eager to hear what you folks are going to say on this matter. And for the most part, it really does sound like this feature is targeting those most egregious cases of face camping.
Yeah.
It's really used
Yeah.
kind of in a spot that's way too early in the game, or
Yeah.
a spot that's really not going to make sure that the match is as fun as possible.
Welcome in,
With
Cheese.
that said, though, when can folks
See
expect
you,
to get
hello.
their hands on this feature? When can they let us know what their thoughts are?
The burning question. Everyone wants to know. So our plan, which is subject to change, of course, is to have it sometime later this year on a PTB. And as with all PTBs, we'll be listening to feedback and making further adjustments before it goes live. And even once it goes live, we'll still be listening and gathering feedback to make further adjustments, just to make sure that, you know, it's as good as it can be.
Of course, yeah. And again, TLDR, we are eager to hear those thoughts, so let us have them on the official channels as much as possible. We are always keeping an eye out. But I think that's it. That's a wrap for our quick gameplay updates segment. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for joining me, Jeff, again.
Thanks for having me.
It was a lot of fun. If you're interested in learning more about this, please head on over to deadbydaylight.com after the broadcast, where there's going to be an in-depth article looking at all three of these topics in a little more detail. Outside of that, of course, more gameplay updates are coming this year, so stay tuned to our official channels to hear more news on that. Finally, our next segment is going to feature Raph and Pamela. They're going to be talking a little bit more about some highly anticipated quality of life improvements that you can expect to see in the game soon. So you want to stick around. You do not want to miss this.
We'll see you in the fog.
I plan on being here the whole time, so I'd assume I'm listening to the whole thing.
All right, it's time.
Oh!
Finally, I've been holding this in for too long. I can finally tell you all about our next survivor. Oh. All right, then.
Let's go.
Our next what? Survivor? It's not Nick Cage, is it?
Hi everyone. Glad to be here to
Because they announced Nick
Daylight
Cage.
7th anniversary. My name is Raphael, producer on DBD, and today I'm pleased to be with Pam as well.
Hi, Raph. Hi, everyone. My name is Pamela. I'm the lead UI designer on Dead by Daylight as well. And we're so happy to be here today because we want to share with you some of the great quality of life improvements that the team is working really hard for year 8.
So before we dive into the good stuff, today our goal is to give you an idea on when we plan to deliver those upcoming features. That said, you know it is, sometimes priorities and timelines can shift, but we're more dev-focused live stream than ever planned for this year. We'll make sure to keep you in the loop. All right, let's get to it. So, Pam, to start, I think you have something that the community has been asking a lot.
Yes. So we all know Dead by Daylight has been live for 7 years now. And if you have been playing the game since the start, there's no way your inventory isn't full of perks, outfits, and charms, and add-ons, and items. Because we did release a lot of content back in the time. But last year, we did introduce the feature called Loadout Presets, which means that you were able to manage this process a little bit easier. But right now, we're so happy to say that we are building on this feature even more because we are adding finally the Loadout search bar to help you find quickly whatever you're looking for. So on the Loadout search, you're just gonna need to type in either the name of the thing you're looking for or just a word within the description, and it will find for you instantly.
So let's say I'm looking for the perks affecting generators. I just type in generator.
I think this is great for computer, but I'm a console guy, so there's no use of that on console. Like, there's no point, because our typing is slow as hell. We don't even have a chat box, so...
Because this feature is going to be available today on the PTB update that we're going to be releasing.
Again,
right
yeah,
after this
PTB is on the
broadcast.
23rd. I will be playing the PTB for that new chapter. I will find a way to get on the PTB, and we will be streaming the PTB, because frick, like, that looks so good.
Really interesting for us today.
Yeah, we got a lot of requests on this feature. All DBD players know that sometimes when a survivor disconnects, well, it puts
I've heard of this.
The group at huge disadvantage, and it's safe to say that at this point, it's not going to be an ideal experience. So that's why, with our upcoming feature, once a survivor will disconnect, an AI bot will take over so that the game can continue. And who knows, maybe this bot will be even better than the player who just disconnected. So
that's a very fair.
I really hope this will alleviate frustration and help matches to run more.
They're listening to us, guys.
And also to make sure that no one
They're
is left in
listening.
the dark, what we're gonna do is, as soon as a bot spawns in, every survivor and every killer on the game, they're gonna be made aware through the UI, as well as a sound cue. Whenever they see there is a survivor disconnect bot in the match they're playing.
And right now, we plan to release the feature this summer.
Yeah.
So for the next feature, if you're playing online game, I'm pretty sure you're gonna recognize what Pam is about to mention.
Yes, this is something that we are super excited because the team is really working hard in trying to come up with an entirely new type of cosmetics, so you'll be able to showcase your personality on Dead by Daylight even more. So what we're talking about here is the player cards. And what means for us on Dead by Daylight is, alongside your name, you're probably gonna be able to assign a background or a banner and an icon. And you will be able to earn those cosmetics during the fall. This is where we're planning. But the idea is they're gonna start as standard rewards in every tome, and we're still gonna be working on other ways for you to earn those cosmetics in the future. So we're not stopping there.
So they're basically just doing what they what
Yes.
battle passes usually do, which is calling cards and shit, which I don't mind at all. More customization's better.
About here related to improvements.
Yeah, as we said today, we constantly working on making DBD a safer, but also a more secure environment for all players. And the report system is an integral part of that. Right now, how it works, at the end of the game, if a player wants to report people because of bad conduct, hacking, or other reason, they can. But let's be honest, there is not much visibility on that process.
Yeah.
But it's important to say that our team has always been committed to taking action on this report. Soon, thanks to our upcoming feature, the player report feedback, we will let you know when an action has been taken against
Oh,
the
cool.
player you reported.
That's
And
cool.
also to highlight even more, not only every report that every player does is really appreciated, but we are really taking serious and having those actions done, on our side.
Yeah, and as for now, we plan to release the feature over the summer.
That's really cool.
And that's it for today. Thanks for another amazing year. Thank you so much, Pam, for being with us
There's
today.
two more
Next up,
before
an exciting look
Matthews.
at what lies ahead for the world
Yeah.
of Dead by Daylight. Enjoy the rest of the broadcast.
Ciao.
Ah, yeah. Kind of excited for this, to be honest. The lore has always been great for Dead by Daylight, and now we're finally getting it in avenues that it's really needed. Nice. So June, then July. I prefer the original cover more than the variants. Okay. I was about to panic. I'm gonna mute over this, I think, a little... Wait. Whoa! What? I want that skin. Those are awesome! Why can't we have these in the normal game? Is that a Legion skin? That's beautiful. The heart thing, by the way, on consoles is a blessing.
Executive Vice President of Digital at Behavior Interactive. As someone who's been on Dead by Daylight since the very beginning, it's been amazing to see the ways both the game and its community have grown. We've added a lot to DBD over the past 7 years, with a mobile game, comic books, a board game, Hooked on You, and even the Dead by Daylight movie on the way. We've become a franchise with something for everyone. Today, I'm happy to announce that we're gearing up to get even bigger, expanding Dead by Daylight beyond our core game and giving players more ways into the fog than ever before. To bring these new experiences to life, we're collaborating with some amazing studios, one with expertise in multiplayer games and another with expertise in interactive narratives. So with that, let's hear a little bit more about what they've been up to.
We're obviously all horror fans here at Supermassive and massive fans of Dead by Daylight. Now we're thrilled to be collaborating with Behavior on a brand new single-player interactive story game set in the terrifying omniverse of Dead by Daylight.
We've been working hard to blend attention, agency, and branching storytelling
What?
game together with Dead by Daylight's mythology to create an intense
What?
Wait.
Wait. Hang on.
Outside the entity's realm and feature the story of a new cast of characters who players will follow for an unprecedented experience beyond the fog.
This is a whole new way for horror fans to
Wait.
experience Dead by Daylight.
Wait.
And we couldn't be more excited
Wait.
to share it with the world.
Hang on. Wait.
So stay tuned. We'll have more to reveal.
Wait.
It's been almost a year since Midwinter joined the Behavior family to work on a brand new project set in the Dead by Daylight universe. One of the things we love most about the world of Dead by Daylight is the infinite possibilities. We thought about the game's multiplayer action, which we love, and reimagined it in a completely new way.
The themes in our game will center around greed and the lust for power. These will be present in both the gameplay itself and in the stories of the characters who were tempted to enter a strange new corner of the entity's realms. Our vision is to create a multiplayer PvE experience where instead of facing off against each other, up to 4 players can team up, enter another one of the entity's realms, and take on a host of deadly enemies that occupy it.
This project is still in very early stages. We are really
Wait.
excited about what we're doing.
Wait. Guys, wait. Hang on. Wait. No. Wait. Stop.
7 years in, and the world of Dead by Daylight has never felt
We're getting an Until Dawn Dead by Daylight game,
to explore the entity's realm.
and we're getting a fucking Left 4 Dead Dead by Daylight game. What?
We'll make sure you're the first to know.
Hi everyone, I'm Xavier Etchepart, art director.
Hi
Wait.
everyone, I'm Rosalie, senior product manager.
We're
What?
super happy to be
What?
back with you today to talk about all the new exciting content coming to the Dead by Daylight store over the next year. Rose, it's been 7 years already.
Long journey.
Oh, what a long journey, what a beautiful journey, but 7 years old, wow. Dozens of collections, thousands of cosmetics brought to life with passion and dedication by our art departments. And yeah, along the years, we provided to our players an incredible amount of options when it comes to how to represent themselves in the game.
Some would say too many.
Yes, it's a lot of outfits, and more are coming. And today, I think we should share more about it, you know, about what's coming.
We're ready to share.
Yeah. And also, we have a special guest joining us later to discuss about this unique collection we work on together. So, yeah, maybe we should start.
Okay, so Dead by Daylight is a game, as you all know, that's known for its great soundtrack. And we're always on the lookout for opportunities to explore like the music scene in particular.
This is what they beta tested with the
year that, well,
Legion.
they just come together and we don't really have any dates yet, but we really couldn't resist sharing. So here goes. First off, Dead by Daylight is partnering with heavy metal legends Iron Maiden.
What? What?
On a collection built around the iconic
What?
who, well, let's be honest,
What?
fits
What?
into our game,
What?
right?
Wait.
All the cosmetics in this collection will be like portraying his many album cover appearances.
Show me. Show us.
And secondly, we're thrilled to be partnering with Slipknot on a collection that showcases many of their trademark masks. we'll be making 9 masks in total, paying tribute to some of the band's most iconic members over the years. Well, all 4 killers, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, as we said, it's really early for both of these collections, but we'll share more news as we get to work on
Iron Maiden.
What's next?
Iron Maiden for sure.
Yeah,
That's I'm
it's
buying
a
that
good
collection the
time to
minute it
talk
comes
about
out.
Our community, our community, I mean, since the beginning of Dead by Daylight, they are super important for us, and we were attached to put the spotlight on them on a unique store collection since a while, because like we have fans all around the world who are also really talented and creative artists.
For sure.
And even if it's not the first time we showcase their work in the store, organizing
the competitions,
the competition,
right? We did that before.
Exactly, to appear in game. This year, we would like to take it a step further and unifying our inspirations, passion, guidelines to build something new together.
Wow.
And the result of it is the artist from the folk collection. So I remember when we asked to our community to submit their work, and
we got
hundreds,
applications.
Plenty of amazing applications, and we had to select some of them. So I remember we selected 4 winners from Poland, US, Spain, Canada. There is also a 5th contributor, as you know. We'll keep it for later. Feature on that collection, but we invited them to select their favorite character. It was important, and we're super lucky because we ended up with a split of 2 survivors and 2 killers. So balance was perfect. And then we met and we share with them all these things they need to know to work on our outfits, like the technical constraints, the lore,
how to mix and match,
etc. Everything they needed before giving them the really precious maximum creative freedom to start their designs. And next we did this regular follow-up with them, and we achieved beautiful and functional designs, still respecting the artist's intentions, but also our needs. And yeah, we have. It was an incredible collaboration. We have beautiful outfits, because I think like all these creativity, these ideas, their design, they brought to our game, our fresh approach to it, new eyes. So it's I mean, I'm super happy with the results. So thanks again for these artists to work on that collection was great.
That's great to hear.
Yes.
And also we have that 5th artist that we invited ourselves to be a part of the Artists from the Fall collection.
Yes.
She's an industry veteran, as you know, known for her fantastic work on like Okami, Bayonetta, the Evil Within series, and of course Ghostfire Tokyo. We're incredibly excited to have her joining us today to share about her designs. Welcome, Ikumi Nakamura.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi, I'm Ikumi Nakamura. Dead by Daylight のコミュニティの皆さん、こんにちは。よろしくお願いします。
Welcome, Ikumi-san.
Hi.
It's great having you here today, but before we get into the outfits you created for Dead by Daylight, we wanted to ask you first, could you share with us what draws you to horror? And like, was it something that you liked growing up? And like, what's so unique to you about creating art in this genre?
なるほど。ホラーに惹かれる理由は、私もともとお父さんが小さい頃からホラー映画とかホラーのゲームをたくさん与えられて育てられたので、正直惹かれる理由はあんまりよくわからないんです。なぜかというと、自分の体の細胞の中にホラーが染み込んでて、ホラーがあると絶対見るし、ホラーの作品があるとすごい気になっていつも見ちゃうし、でもやっぱりホラーってこう掘り下げていくと結局のところ人の死とか人の生きるとかが描かれていて、非常に多様性があるジャンルだなと思って惹かれるんだと思います。
And you're creating 3 outfits for this collection, each featuring a character that really resonates with our Japanese fans. Could you share with us what stood out the most about each of them, please?
一人はキラーの寒山鬼ですね。で、彼は
Wow! What? He looks so cool!
取り入れた
what the hell?
に来る着る服をアウトフィットとして関山流にデザインさせていただきました。でリジョンのジュリーさんは
Oh, hey, we got a yandere simulator. Oh God, no.
アウトフィットで彼女に
No.
あげてみました。もう一人がユイで、彼女はすごくバイクをやってるたくましい女性だなって思って大好きなんですけれども、そんな彼女のなんだろう、私生活とか彼女が原宿とか行ったらどんな格好をするんだろうっていうのが見たくて、それでデザインをしてみました。
We'd also love to learn more about the whole process and your inspiration for the creation of the design.
キャンドルを頭につけてるんですけど、それはプレイヤーが見たら、関山が来た、隠れなきゃって分かる。
Wow! Oh my God!
つけてデザインにしてます。
That is a really.
もともと4人でリージョンじゃんだから4人デザインしたらいいのかなと思って4人デザインしちゃったら1人でいいですって言われて、
Yeah.
分かりましたっつって言ってジョリーさんをデザインさせていただいて、で今80年代とか70年代のポップカルチャーが非常に、世界的にも流行しているので、そこの時に、生きていた
Yandere Simulator fans will be proud.
ヤンキーとスケバンダ
They will be very proud.
アウトフィットを彼らにあげました。はい。でユイに関しては女の子のじゃないですかだから彼女のなんか本当私生活できるのをすごく見たいって思ったのがまず第一で、次に彼女のいつも
Oh, she looks great, actually.
バイカーの衣装を着てるから。
That's a nice casual outfit for her.
実際彼女が可愛い服を着た時にどれだけこうキラーから傷つけられてる姿が見れるのかもっと見たかったんで、比較的薄着にして彼女がキラーから逃げやすいように動きやすいようにしてスポーティーなスタイルを取り入れました。
Yeah, well, it fits her.
Thanks again for joining us today, Kumi-san. The outfits look really amazing, and we can't wait for fans around the world to enjoy them. So the artists from the Fall collection, featuring work from Ikumi Nakamura, will be available in the Dead by Daylight in-game store this summer.
Oh, one more thing. I have a last announcement.
What?
And it will be a nice piece of nostalgia for any long-time fans of Behavior. Because we have our team, our big team, and an important part of this team worked on a game a long time ago named Naughty Bear.
Oh my god.
Naughty Bear, Naughty Bear. You know, this game featured a bear living in his happy community of bears, but he's going on a murderous rampage after they didn't invite him to a party. I mean, what an iconic character, super interesting, and we were attached to bring it to the game since a while, and I'm super happy because now we are finally doing it.
Players have been asking for it.
Yeah, I know, and it's coming soon this year. This year is coming.
Wow.
And we will attach a cosmetic. It will be part of the Trapper cosmetics, and we will.
He looks so cute. That's great.
Thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoyed all these announcements, all the upcoming outfits coming this year. And thank you again, Ikumi Nakamura, to be here with us today. It was a real pleasure to work with you. Stay tuned because Jean and Sarah are coming up next to talk about the in-game celebrations for the 7th anniversary. Thank you for watching. Bye.
That was kind of slightly cringy the way they say goodbye, but.
All right, this time for real. Okay.
Say it. Shit, Matt. Talk.
What's so hard? We've been doing this for 5 years together.
But I can do it right now. It's like 2 minutes.
Wait
Seriously.
for your cue.
No.
Let Matt talk. Let Matt talk. Let Matt talk.
I'm one of the associate art directors on Dead by Daylight. I help out with a number of areas of the game, but events are definitely one of my favorites.
And I'm Gene Escalante, a senior game designer on Dead by Daylight, and I'm focused on the events. And I'm so glad that I get to be here with her, as 7 years ago, when I first became a fan of DVD, She helped me get my very first tattoo, which was altruism, just 2 months after the game's release. Thank you.
No problem. Happy. Okay. So, Jean, there's lots to celebrate this year. And we're kicking things off early this year with a month of in-game activations leading up to the anniversary event. So tell us more about these activations.
Exactly. So each week we will be celebrating a different 2-year period of Dead by Daylight's history. So that'll include characters, maps, and mechanics that were introduced during those periods. So for example, week 1 will be featuring the blood hunts. Week 2 will then be doubling the
That's
rift
cool.
for your Rift Pass. And in week 3, we will be inviting you, the
I
players,
hate that
to
dredge
vote for a
skin.
community
I
choice
hate that
event,
dredge skin.
which will occur during the Chapter 28 release. And once the anniversary event goes live, we'll be doing giveaways for previous anniversary cosmetics, including outfits and the Year 5 crowns.
Twisted Masquerade was a huge hit last year. And this year, we're bringing it back bigger and better than ever. But the host of the Twisted Masquerade has actually stepped out of the shadows this year and has lent their certain special kind of decorating skills to our in-game event. What can players expect to see?
Well, the host has introduced a lot of various artworks throughout various areas of the game, so you'll definitely want to check those out. And yeah, Father Campbell's chapel has gone through a complete masquerade makeover, and it looks incredible. But this host seems to have brought along some mysterious masked figures. What are these like weird ghostly spirits? Who or what are they? If you want to find out, you're going to have to take a closer look.
Speaking of masked figures, we're bringing back Masquerade Mask this year. We have 12 new masks for 12 new characters. But getting your hands on them last year was a little...
That is the coolest night. That is an incredible night mask.
And for survivors...
And Singularity's got a good one too. Singularity reminds me of 9. Ah, the nostalgia coursing through my veins.
Last year, Sarah, they'll be back. But this time, invitations will be holding charges, and you'll use those charges to kind of mess with the opposition while you're in chase. So if you're a survivor, what you'll be able to do is block the window vaults so the killer can't pursue you, and you'll also be able to spawn a pallet, which can be used in an emergency, but it'll break right upon use. Killers, on the other hand, they'll be able to reduce the impact of a stun, remotely break a pallet or a breakable wall, and survivors better watch out about this one, they will be able to inflict the exposed status effect on you once they've reached a tier of bloodlust. But in order to get your cosmetic, you will need to make sure that you are holding onto at least one charge by the time that an exit opens, and that's either the exit gate or the hatch. So our players are going to have to decide what is ultimately more important to them, exhausting the charge to help them in a time of need, or getting that brand new mask.
Mask. Getting the mask. It's not a choice. Getting the mask.
Have a mechanic now where they can gain these masks without having to escape the trial. So, beyond the mask, we have a number of excellent unlockable cosmetics as part of the Twisted Masquerade event tome, including 2 brand new outfits. Last year, our guests of honor were Hattie and the Dredge as part of our Roots of Dread chapter. But this year, we're highlighting 2 fan favorites, Nia and the Hillbilly. We also have a number of playfully chaotic charms for you to collect. It's worth noting, though, that all of last year's cosmetics, masks, outfits are going to be available in the store. So if you missed out on anything, now's your chance to go collect them.
Exactly, and keeping track of their collections is going to be much easier this year. So the event pop-up now is multi-tabbed. So you'll be able to find a collection tab and a store tab. In the collection tab, you'll find anything that can be earned through event gameplay or through the event tome. And in the store tab, you'll be able to find anything that we want to feature that is event related. And in there, you'll be able to find the Feng Min and the Ghostface outfits, which are brand new Twisted Masquerade outfits. So be sure to check those out.
We've got one more thing coming as part of the anniversary event, don't we, Jean? This year, we're debuting a new kind of challenge condition, random perks. This is exactly what it sounds like. You roll the proverbial dice, and your loadout is equipped with those random perks. So this is a condition you might see on challenges that ask you to heal a survivor or down a survivor, for example. And last but not least, we're bringing back community challenges. So this is a great time for the whole community to get together, to work together and unlock additional rewards.
Exactly, Sarah. And we will be there, ready to support you guys through those community challenges. So make sure to stay tuned and don't forget that the road to anniversary content starts today.
And that is a wrap on the 7th anniversary show for Dead by Daylight and another year of content reveals. Thank you so much for joining us and spending your day with us here. It's been as exciting as I hoped it would be. I hope you've enjoyed it.
No.
And don't
Matt!
That the PT
Matt!
transmission is live.
Where's Matt?
So if you're
Matt!
jump over and start testing out things that were just revealed in the show today, which is pretty special. So thanks once again to our dev team back at the
Matt!
studio. Thanks.
Matt!
Oh, right.
I have one last thing, seriously, before we finish. I know we had some great reveals today, but I have one last thing that I'm super thrilled to talk about. We are welcoming into the fog this year someone, I mean, it's a brand new survivor, like we've never done before. He's an amazing actor with a career that's...
Damn it, it's Nick Cage.
He's done everything, all the greatest movies you've ever seen. He's been in the horror world for a while with cult classics, the cosmic horror. He will be joining the fog this summer. We are so excited to have him with us.
There's nothing more.
But they posted this before the... Dead by Daylight posted this. So... That's kind of lame. That's a sad way to end it, because I was hoping that this would be, like, not part of the announcements, because they had announced it themselves early. They did this early, so... Alright. Alright, guys, well, obviously I'll be playing the PTB when that goes live, and I'll live stream that probably with a couple of my friends, depending on whether or not they're able to have access to the PTB. And, yeah, so thank you all so much for watching the live reaction. Thank you to all of you who were here early to be able to witness the introduction of the rebranding character for the channel. Can't wait to see the future with you guys, and I really, really, really can't wait to be able to continue in the future with more content coming to the channel very soon. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.